The 201,718 College Football Bowl schedule features 40 bowls, and that means there are 40 opportunities to savor college football before we have wait until September to watch again. Sporting News Bill Bender will pick all 40 games, beginning with the RL Carrier New Orleans Bowl on deck 16 all the way to the College Football Playoff Championship game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium on Jan. 8. The College Football Playoff semifinals also return to New Year's Day with Oklahoma and Georgia the Rose Bowl game and Clemson and Alabama at the Sugar Bowl. More where to watch Fubo TV 7-day free trial. How did we do during the regular season? Bender finished 10,831.777 straight up and 7,465.532 against the spread. How will that fare over the always unpredictable bowl season? Let's find out. College Football Bowl picks. Here are all 40 bowl picks point spreads provided courtesy of VegasInsider.com as of deck. 5 lines reflect consensus picks unless noted. RL Carrier New Orleans Bowl North Texas vs. Troy 5.5 win December 16, 1 p.m. ESPN why to watch. Troy can win 7 straight and cap off an impressive 11-win season under Coach Neil Brown, and upon-coming coach who will move up soon. SN pick. Troy wins 3,420 and covers the spread. AutoNation Cure Bowl Georgia State vs. Western Kentucky 5 win December 16, 2:30 p.m. CBS SNWHY to watch. WKU quarterback Mike White, who has 61 touchdown passes the last 2 seasons, might get a look at the next level. SN pick. Western Kentucky wins 3,830 and covers the spread. Las Vegas Bowl Boise State vs. Oregon 8 win December 16, 3:30 p.m. ABC why to watch. Boise State won this bowl 3 straight years from 201,012, and the Broncos can get a leg up on the group of 5 with a victory here. We still like Oregon. The Ducks ranked 8th in the FBS with 268.0 rushing yards per game, and Royce Freeman steals the show. SN pick. Oregon wins 3,528 but fails to cover the spread. Gildan New Mexico Bowl Colorado State 5.5 vs. Marshall win December 16, 4:30 p.m. ESPN why to watch. Green uniforms for everyone. Quarterbacks Chase Litton and Nick Stevens can play, but we like a Thundering Herd defense that allowed just 19.2 points per game this season. That makes the difference late. Enjoy Biletnikoff finalist Michael Gallup, too. He'll have a big game for the Rams, but it won't be enough. SN pick. Marshall wins 2,420 in an upset. Raycom Media Camellia Bowl MTSUVs. Arkansas State 4 won December 16, 8 p.m. ESPN why to watch. Justice Hansen broke the Sun Belt single-season record with 34 touchdown passes this year, and the Blue Raiders won 3 of 4 games when Brent Stockstill returned from an injury that cost him 6 games. They'll put up points here. SN pick. Arkansas State wins 3,831 and covers the spread. Cheribundi Tart Cherry Boca Raton Bowl Florida Atlantic 22.5 vs. Akron won deck 19, 7 p.m. ESPN why to watch. Lane Kiffin vs. Terry Bowden in a 33-letter bowl game. There's nothing quite like it. Evan Singletary 1,796 yards, 29 touchdowns leads a high-flying Owls offense close to home. SN pick. Fow 4,524 but fails to cover the spread. Frisco Bowl Louisiana Tech vs. SMU 5.5 win December 20, 8 p.m. ESPN why to watch. SMU receiver Courtland Sutton has generated NFL draft buzz after back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, and the Mustangs put the finishing touch on the Chad Morris era with a victory against the Bulldogs. SN pick. SMU wins 3,130 but fails to cover the spread. Bad Boy Mowers Gasparilla Bowl FIU vs. Temple 7 win December 21, 8 p.m. ESPN why to watch. First-year coaches Butch Davis and Jeff Collins guided these programs to the postseason. The Owls won 3 of their last 4, but Davis ends that stretch with a victory here. SN pick. FIU wins 2,825 in an upset. Popeyes Bahamas Bowl UAB vs. Ohio 7.5 win December 22, 12:30 p.m. ESPN why to watch. Few stories. Top UABs run back to the postseason under Bill Clark, and this bowl is a proper reward. Ohio lost its last 2 games but still features breakout star and quarterback Nathan Rourke, who accounted for 37 total touchdowns this season. SN pick. Ohio wins 3,827 and covers the spread. More ranking all 40 bowl games, from independence to national title. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl Central Michigan vs. Wyoming 1-1 deck 22, 4 p.m. ESPN White to watch. Josh Allen dealt with an injury down the stretch, and it's uncertain if he'll play. Michigan transfer Shane Morris enjoyed a fine close to his career with 26 touchdowns for the Chippewas this season. SN Pick Wyoming wins 3,731 and covers the spread. Birmingham Bowl USF 2.5 versus Texas Tech. Noon win December 23rd, noon. ESPN White to watch. Take the over here. Nick Shimonek 3,547 yards, 30 touchdowns. Will throw all over the place for the Red Raiders, but Quinton Flowers will give Charlie Strong and the Bulls a victory in Birmingham. SN Pick South Florida wins 4,845 and covers the spread. Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. San Diego State PK versus Army win December 23rd, 3:30 p.m. ESPN White to watch. Army quarterback Ahmad Bradshaw looks to lead the Cadets to another bowl victory, but they are up against a force in Rashad Penny, a 2,000-yard rusher who makes the difference. SN Pick San Diego State wins 3,521 and covers the spread. Dollar General Bowl. Toledo 8 versus Appalachian State win December 23rd, 7 p.m. ESPN White to watch. It's a rematch of last year's Camellia Bowl, which the Mountaineers won 3,128. Toledo quarterback Logan Woodside leads the Rockets to revenge in this one, however, in a shootout with Taylor Lamb. SN Pick Toledo wins 4,134 but fails to cover the spread. Hawaii Bowl. Fresno State versus Houston 1.5 win December 24th, 8:30 p.m. ESPN White to watch. All-American defensive tackle Ed Oliver is worth the price of admission, but the Bulldogs were just as good on that side under first-year coach Jeff Tedford. Fresno State ranked 9th in the FBS at 17.2 points per game. SN Pick Fresno State wins 2,320 in an upset. Zaxby's Heart of Dallas Bowl. Utah 4 versus West Virginia win Deck 26, 1:30 p.m. ESPN White to watch. West Virginia isn't the same offense without star quarterback Will Greer, and Utah will take advantage. The Utes have won 13 of their last 14 bowl appearances and are 101 under Kyle Whittingham. SN Pick Utah wins 2,820 and covers the spread. Quick Lane Bowl. Duke 3 versus Northern Illinois, 5:15 p.m. ESPN 1 December 26, 5:15 p.m. ESPN White to watch. Duke's Sean Wilson and Britton Brown each averaged over 5.0 yards a carry this season, and are up against the FBS leaders in sacks in Northern Illinois. Sutton Smith. The Blue Devils win another bowl under Dave Cutcliffe. SN Pick Duke wins 3,020 and covers the spread. Cactus Bowl. UCLA versus Kansas State 2.5 win Deck 26, 9 p.m. ESPN White to watch. Skylar Thompson won 2 of his last 3 starts for the Wildcats, and Bill Snyder earns another bowl victory against Willamette. UCLA staff. Even with Josh Rosen, we like K-State. SN Pick Kansas State wins 3,027 and covers the spread. Independence Bowl. Florida State 15 versus Southern Miss win December 27, 1:30 p.m. ESPN White to watch. The Seminoles extended their bowl streak to 36 straight seasons, and it's a question of a motivation against a Golden Eagles team looking to pull the upset. Big game for freshman tailback Cam Akers here, and that sends him skyrocketing up Heisman Trophy watch lists for 2018. SN Pick Florida State wins 3,717 and covers the spread. New Era Pinstripe Bowl. Boston College versus Iowa 3 win December 27, 5:15 p.m. ESPN White to watch. Boston College won 5 of its last 6 games, but it will be up against another solid defense in Iowa, which features Josie Jewell and Josh Jackson. Iowa will be motivated by bowl meltdowns the last 2 seasons, too. SN Pick Iowa wins 2,317 and covers the spread. More how expanded playoff would have looked in 2017. Foster Farms Bowl. Purdue versus Arizona 3.5 win December 27, 8 p.m. Fox White to watch. Purdue reached a bowl game with a enormous offense in Jeff Brohm's first season, and they'll be up against one of the nation's most exciting players in Khalil Tate. The Boilers won 3 of their last 4, but they lose a shootout here. SN Pick Arizona wins 3,835 but fails to cover the spread. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Texas Bowl. Texas versus Missouri 1 win December 27, 9 p.m. ESPN White to watch. There's history dating back to the Big 12, and Missouri's Drew Lock led the nation with 43 touchdown passes last season, breaking an SEC record in the process. The Longhorns, meanwhile, try to complete a winning season under first-year coach Tom Herman. It's a coin flip. SN Pick Missouri wins 4,434 and covers the spread. Military Bowl by Northrop Grumman. Virginia versus Navy PK win December 28, 1:30 p.m. ESPN WHY to watch. Virginia is back in the postseason for the first time since 2011, and Kurt Benkert 3,062 yards, 25 touchdowns will let it fly against the Midshipmen, who lost last season's bowl after winning 3 straight. The Cavs saw Georgia Tech's option offense earlier this season and won 4,036. SN Pick Virginia wins 2,827 in an upset. Camping World Bowl. Virginia Tech vs. Oklahoma State 6.5 win deck. 28, 5:15 p.m. ESPN White to watch. A pair of 91 teams had higher expectations this season, but the excitement in this game revolves around quarterbacks Josh Jackson and Mason Rudolph. There's an intriguing coordinator matchup between Oklahoma State's Mike Yurcich and Virginia Tech's Bud Foster. 2. SN Pick Oklahoma State wins 3,128 but fails to cover the spread. Valero Alamo Bowl. Stanford vs. TCU 2.5 win December 28, 9 p.m. ESPN WHY to watch. Bryce Love needs 27 rushing yards to reach 2,000 for the season, and we're hoping he plays despite an ankle injury he dealt with in the Pac-12 championship game. TCU's Kenny Hill can cap an UPenn down with a bowl victory. 2. Tough game to pick? We'll go with the team closer to home. SN Pick TCU wins 3,124 and covers the spread. SDCCU Holiday Bowl. Michigan State vs. Washington State 2.5 win December 28, 9 p.m. Fox White to watch. Nice contrast of styles between Mark D'Antonio and Mike Leach. The Cougars will air it out with Luke Falk, but the Spartans can do the same with Brian Lewerke. Both teams ranked in the top 15 in the FBS in total defense. 2. SN Pick Michigan State wins 3,830 in an upset. Belk Bowl. Wake Forest 3 vs. Texas A&M win deck. 29, 1 p.m. ESPN White to watch. Wake Forest quarterback John Wolford 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions is an efficient playmaker, and the Demon Deacons are close to home. Will Jimbo Fisher make an appearance on the sideline? The Belk Bowl also has the most entertaining Twitter account of all the bowls. SN Pick Texas A&M wins 3,128 in an upset. Hyundai Sun Bowl. Arizona State vs. NC State 7 win December 29, 3 p.m. CBS White to watch. Bradley Chubb. Watch the NC State defensive end disrupt another game plan, and the Wolfpack close out a 9-win season. Herm Edwards should be on hand for this one. 2. Better days are ahead for the Sun Devils. SN Pick NC State wins 3,424 and covers the spread. Franklin American Mortgage. Music City Bowl. Northwestern 7.5 vs. Kentucky win December 29, 4:30 p.m. ESPN White to watch. Battle of the Wildcats features a Northwestern team led by running back Justin Jackson looking for 10 wins. Benjamin Snell Jr., however, will lead Kentucky to a mild upset. SN Pick Kentucky wins 2,724 in an upset. Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl. New Mexico State vs. Utah State 4 win December 29, 5:30 p.m. CBS SN White to watch. Battle of the Aggies features New Mexico State, which is back in a bowl game for the first time since 1960. Larry Rose 3 has 4,416 career rushing yards. Utah State, however, spoils the party. SN Pick Utah State wins 2,821 and covers the spread. Al-Khatib playoff has solved none of BCS's controversy. Tax Slayer Bowl. Louisville 5 vs. Mississippi State win deck. 30 noon ESPN Why to watch. This could be Lamar Jackson's final game, which gives him one last chance to put on a show against a solid SEC school. This game would be so much better if Nick Fitzgerald ankle were playing. SN Pick Louisville wins 3,824 and covers the spread. AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Iowa State vs. Memphis 3.5 win deck. 30, 12:30 p.m. ABC White to watch. Do you like points and excitement? This game should have that. Matt Campbell can give the Cyclones another win to build on, but they'll have to go through Memphis' high-flying offense led by quarterback Riley Ferguson. SN Pick Iowa State wins 4,441 in an upset. Outback Bowl. Michigan 8.5 vs. South Carolina win Jan. 1 noon ESPN2 White to watch. It's a rematch of the 2013 Outback Bowl, forever remembered for the hit by Jadeveon Clowney. The Wolverines, however, get revenge this time. Both defenses dictate this game, and Michigan scratches out a bowl victory against another SEC East school. SN Pick Michigan wins 2,417 but fails to cover the spread. Outback Notre Dame vs. LSU win January 1, 1 p.m. ABC White to watch a pair of 91 teams square off in a rematch of the 2014 Music City Bowl. LSU won 6 of its last 7 games, and the Irish lost 2 of their last 3. Josh Adams and Darius Juice should have big games. Which quarterback can throw the ball when it matters? Brandon Wimbush and Danny Etling better be up to the challenge. SN Pick LSU wins 2,825 and covers the spread. New Year's Day 6 Bowls Cotton Bowl Ohio State 6.5 versus USC 1 December 29, 8:30 p.m. ESPN White to watch. Remember last year's Rose Bowl? This could be that game. JT Barrett and Sam Darnold will put on a show in a matchup of classic rivals, and the winner might get the benefit of the doubt in the college football playoff race next year. SN Pick Ohio State wins 3,127 but fails to cover the spread. Fiesta Bowl Washington vs. Penn State 4.5 win December 30th, 4 p.m. ESPN White to watch. Chris Peterson is back at the Fiesta Bowl, and the Huskies will be up against a Penn State team that lost 2 games by 4 points this season. Enjoy the show between Washington's Jake Browning and Penn State's Saquon Barkley. Both will make big plays. SN Pick Penn State wins 3,833 and covers the spread. Orange Bowl Wisconsin 6 vs. Miami 1 December 30th, 8 p.m. ESPN White to watch. How will Wisconsin's big offensive line match up against Miami's defensive line? That's everything in this matchup. Quarterbacks Alex Hornibrook and Malik Rosier must protect the ball, but we like the Hurricanes in a de facto home game. SN Pick Miami wins 2,421 in an upset. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl Auburn 9.5 versus UCF win January 1st, 12:30 p.m. ESPN White to watch. The Knights can cap off a perfect season before Scott Frost heads to Nebraska, and the Tigers have a chance to build for next year around Jarrett Stidham. There will be points. SN Pick Auburn wins 4,228 and covers the spread. College football playoff Rose Bowl game Georgia 1.5 versus Oklahoma, 5 p.m. When Jan. 1, 5 p.m. ESPN White to watch. 2 teams that don't go to the Rose Bowl often will play in a wonderful contrast of styles under Lincoln Riley and Kirby Smart. The Bulldogs will grind out clock behind an impressive rushing attack led by Nick Chubb and Sony Michel, and this is Heisman Trophy frontrunner Baker Mayfield's time to shine. SN Pick Oklahoma wins 3,128 in an upset. All-State Sugar Bowl Alabama 1.5 versus Clemson 1 January 1st, 8:45 p.m. ESPN White to watch. Clemson Alabama 3 will live up to the hype. Alabama has a month to prepare for a bruising Clemson rushing attack, and the Tigers' front four will come up with ways to disrupt the Tide's ground game. It's going down to 1 or 2 big plays from either Jalen Hurts or Kelly Bryant. Well, go with the quarterback who was 1 drive away last year. SN Pick Alabama wins 2,824 and covers the spread. More complete college football 201,718 bowl schedule. College football championship game 1 Jan. 8 p.m. ESPN White to watch. Baker vs. Bama. That alone would draw viewers through the roof, and it could be as exciting as the 4,531 shootout at the 2014 Sugar Bowl. It produces an unbelievable title game with a familiar result. Alabama proves the committee right with another national championship. SN Pick Alabama wins 3,331.